Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing with drugstore makeup. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's been a long time since I've done like a dedicated drugstore video. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I was really like craving a drugstore video. So I wanted to also try out some new things, but I didn't want to do like a full face. So I asked you guys on Instagram actually to tell me if there's anything at the drugstore that you think I should try. I got so many great responses and I went on a little shopping spree today and looked through a bunch of drugstore makeup. Some of the things I was definitely influenced by you guys to pick up. Some of the other things I saw as I was shopping and picked them up myself. So that's what we're going to be doing today. There's actually quite a bit of Milani that we're going to be testing out also. There were so many people that were suggesting products that were pretty popular right now. Like I guess they all went viral on TikTok. So there's been a few products that I picked up and then I had to order a couple. So I'm going to be doing kind of like a part 2 of this video, trying out products that I am influenced by you to pick up, but I have to wait for a couple of orders to come in because there's some things that I really wanted to try. Like there's a Milani under eye brightening cream situation that so many people wanted me to try out and it was sold out at my Ulta, so I ordered it online. So anyway, stay tuned for the part 2. So yeah, there's a good mix here. It's kind of like half and half new, half things that I already have. The entire thing is drugstore though, which is very exciting. So I've already actually prepped my lips using the Pixie Collagen Lip Gloss. I love this stuff. It sits on my desk. It's perfect for prepping makeup. We're gonna do Complexion first. This is one of the things that was suggested for me to try. So this was actually sent to me in PR recently. It's the Milani Peach Glass Skin Primer. And yeah, a lot of people said that they wanted me to try it. So we're gonna try it. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. It's sealed. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my fingers, maybe like a pea-sized amount. And let's go ahead and apply this using my fingers. Oh my gosh, it smells like peaches. It smells really good. I have like a love-hate thing with fragrance in products because my skin is so sensitive. So there's always like a chance for me to break out when there's heavy fragrance in a product, but at the same time, like I just really enjoy the experience of a fragrance in a product. So I don't know, we'll see if this breaks me out. Okay, so this definitely gives a nice luminosity to the skin. Maybe you can see it on my hands a little bit better. It's actually not glittery at all, which is nice because usually glass skin primers can have some sort of an iridescence to it. This one doesn't seem to. It's more of like a texture thing. It just kind of gives a very natural glass skin effect, which is nice, I think. I did see in the same PR package, this is not the eye brightener from Milani that was recommended to me. I don't think. I don't know if this is the same or different, but this is also an under eye corrector. It's the tinted under eye brightener, but it's like the peach one. So I'm not sure. Actually, let me look this up on my Ulta order. Okay, yeah, so the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint is what I ordered, and this is the Peach Tinted Under Eye Brightener. So I think they're two different products, but I saw this and I was like, you know what? Since I didn't get to pick up the one that was recommended, let's try out the peach one while we wait. So I just put a tiny bit on my ring finger and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this underneath the eyes. I think this is the only shade that comes in this formula, but I know the other formula has 3 shades. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean it's slightly dark because I have such fair skin, but if I'm gonna wear this underneath concealer, it doesn't matter. And I definitely feel like it canceled out some of that darkness. Don't you think? It's dark enough though to where I wouldn't personally wear this on its own. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, brightening products like this are meant to be used under concealer. So yeah, there's that with the primer and the under eye corrector. The fragrance is super strong on this, just so you know. It doesn't smell bad, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't linger throughout the day because sometimes when there's a strong fragrance in one of my products, it ends up giving me a headache if it stays around for too long. I wanted to wear this again. It's been a while. I did a whole review video on this forever ago. I remember liking this, but I don't really remember how it looks on the skin because it's been that long. It's the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I'm just wanting to do something pretty fresh today, so I'm going to take this on my Tarte foundation brush and I'm going to start applying this to the cheeks because that's where I have the most redness. Once I feel like that is spread out enough all over the face, I'm gonna take what's left on my sponge and just press this into the rest of the face. Tell you what, as I was buying these products today, I didn't feel like I went too crazy. Like I definitely bought a few products, but it wasn't even like a full face. And I was shocked at how expensive it was. When I was checking out, I literally told my husband, I was like, drugstore makeup is no longer super cheap. But I feel like at the same time, the formulas have gotten better, so I feel like the prices are being raised because drugstore makeup is better than it used to be, but still. I mean, that's the hope anyway, right? There are definitely some products, both high-end and drugstore, where I feel like they're so overpriced for what you get, but yeah, I was like shocked at how much it added up to. I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer in the shade Ivory. Oh, that's pretty light, but I'm pretty fair, so I think it'll work once I blend it out. I don't have an ounce of a tan. I mean, I don't really tan usually anyway, but since staying at home for like a year straight, literally, I have not had any sort of sun exposure. I mean, obviously, a little bit here and there, but I find that I can use certain products that are usually too light for me. I've been able to wear and they match my skin tone right now. I'm gonna kind of apply that to the eyelids as well. I'm taking a slightly thicker concealer. This one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and I'm using this just over blemishes, because I definitely have a few. I feel like all of my more recent blemishes are in this area here from wearing face masks. I don't really feel like there's a way to stop it, you know? If you have any tips and tricks, let us know on how to avoid maskne. I would love to hear them. I actually really like how fresh my complexion is looking. It's definitely more on the dewy side, but it doesn't seem over the top dewy. So I'm really happy with that. Okay, I'm trying to think of the next order of things that I want to do things in, because I've got a cream blush, but I have like a powder bronzer. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. You know what? Maybe we'll just try going into powder bronzer. I don't know. Guys, I wanted to use this again. How long has it been since I've used this on my channel? I love this stuff. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It Bronzer in the shade 01. I'm gonna use a nice fluffy brush for this. And usually when I don't set the face, the bronzer can tend to stick a little bit. So I'm gonna try to be a little more gentle and hope that it doesn't grab too much. And if it does, we can always go back in with my sponge and just kind of touch things up a bit. I was totally planning on clipping my hair back, but I lost one of my clips. So I'm just kind of maneuvering it as I go. Okay. I like the sheen that this bronzer has. I think it makes the skin look so fresh. Like you can definitely tell that it's not completely matte. Kind of on my forehead, you can see the finish that it gives. I think it looks so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge now. And yeah, just make sure that those edges are blended. And using my sponge, since there's a little bit of like concealer and foundation left on it, it helps to soften the tone of it as well and makes things look more natural. Okay, so this was actually a product that I was influenced to buy. Someone said I needed to pick up the Burt's Bees cream blush, and I was like, what? The cream blush sticks? Because that's what I had remembered Burt's Bees making. But sure enough, they had a whole row of cream blushes. There was only like 3 shades at least at my Walmart, but I picked up the shade Guava Meringue, which sounded beautiful. Oh, it's a little cracked inside, but here's the color for reference. It cracked like a cheesecake. Isn't that the worst? Have you ever made cheesecake before? And it like looks so beautiful until the end and then it cracks? It's just the worst. But I've learned over the years making cheesecake that if you don't open the oven, it's not gonna crack. And when it's done baking, you don't wanna like shock it and take it out and cool it off too fast. So like I crack the oven so it kind of lowers in temperature slowly. And then you take a butter knife around the edge so that it doesn't stick while it cools down because it shrinks, and then it won't crack. So if you didn't know you were getting a cheesecake tip today, there you go. Okay, I'm taking a brush and I'm trying to get in this pot. I feel like the packaging is kind of difficult because I can't really reach my fingers in it, at least not with my long nails. So a brush like this seems to be working. I'm kind of like pressing the product into the brush on the back of my hand first, and then I'm gonna smile and apply this to the apples of the cheeks. Now, this one was one of the lighter shades, if not the lightest shade that they had, but I kind of liked, I don't know if it was the name that sold me on it. What was it called again? Let me see. Guava meringue? I mean, come on. That sounds phenomenal. Oh, that's really pretty. It's definitely softer, but again, this is like the lightest shade that they had, so I think there were a couple more that were definitely a bit more bright, but I feel like that looks really good, especially since, again, I'm definitely super fair right now, so a blush like this actually suits me really well. I don't have to worry about it looking too bright. I'm going in with my sponge and just making sure that the edges aren't too close to the eye or too close to the nose. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. It actually smells really good too. What do you guys think of that? I think it's a really nice soft blush. And it's not too creamy to where it's like glistening, but it's definitely got a nice kind of healthy glow to it. On the back of my hand even, it's kind of drying down to more of a matte finish, but it's not completely matte obviously because it's a cream. I think that looks really pretty. I'm resisting the urge to powder right now. Actually though, I think it's time to powder. You know what I wanted to use, folks? My NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. My goodness, I used to wear this all the time. And I felt like it was time to wear it again. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this underneath the eyes and a little on the middle of the forehead. I'm also taking this along the smile lines and on the chin. And I'm gonna take a lighter amount and kind of turn my brush sideways and just set right here where I have larger pores. I didn't want to cover the blush too much, but I kind of did on accident, so I'm just gently adding a bit more of that to the apples of the cheeks, just with what's left on the brush. I think that looks so soft and fresh. I really like the direction this is going. Next up, I'm just brushing up my brows. I think I'm actually going to put on a little highlighter before doing brows. And for that, I'm going to use my Catrice Sungasm highlighter. You only need the tiniest bit. This is going to last me a lifetime, I swear. And I'm just going to pop that on the high points of the face, down the center of the nose, and on the cupid's bow as well. Okay, I'm just gonna go over that with a sponge. I find that that makes this particular formula look so much more natural. Just melts into the skin, and I love how it looks when I press it in with a sponge. So several other people actually told me to pick up the Milani brow pen. Yeah, I screenshotted one that said the Milani brow pen with a bunch of exclamation points, and she said it's so good. So here we go. Let's try this out. I picked up mine in the shade medium brown. Okay, so this is technically called the Weekend Brow Stilo Microblading Pen. I don't think it has a spoolie on the other end. No, it does not. So I'm just using my Benefit spoolie. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up close and personal in a mirror for this one. But first, here's the tip. Wow, that's actually really precise looking. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm trying to make sure you guys can still see me while I can see my own brows in a mirror. Okay, I'm just, I'm just kind of, oh man, folks. This is hard for me to do without being really focused. So let me just concentrate for a second. Wow, I'm actually very impressed at how teeny tiny this is. Like the little hairs I'm able to create. I mean, I'm no pro at this. It's been a while since I've used a brow pen like this, and I feel like I need to brush through it really quick. Okay, that's so good to know. It does soften a bit if you do brush through. Oh, wow. That actually looks really nice. What do you guys think? I like that a lot, and the color is great. I always say this every time I try out new brow products from the drugstore. For some reason, the brunette shades lean a little bit orange, at least they used to. I feel like drugstore pencils have gotten a lot better at this, but this undertone is perfect. It doesn't lean too warm, which is wonderful. And actually, Milani makes my favorite drugstore brow pencil at the moment, so I should have expected perfection with this. I'm really liking how teeny tiny I'm able to get these little hairs. Ooh. When I film part 2 of this video, I actually have another brow pen that was recommended from NYX that I'm gonna try out in that video. I'm really curious to see if the NYX one comes close to this because I'm really enjoying this. Again, I'm just gonna gently brush through the brows, but I think that looks so nice. They're a bit darker than how I've been doing my brows recently, but because there's still like that texture, I feel like I can actually pull them off more than if I used a pencil this dark and tried to fill it in, because it looks like it's actually my natural brow hairs. I keep looking over here because it's the monitor, but I'm really liking how that looks. Oh. Goodness gracious, I love the drugstore. Tell you what. Okay, I wanted to reuse a palette. I wanted to reuse the ColourPop Limoncello palette. I know I just barely used this on my channel, but I really wanted to create another look with it. Just something simple, something that'll kind of go with this fresh vibe. So, something about this shade. I know I already used this in the last tutorial, but Semifreddo? I can't remember how that was supposed to be pronounced. Anyway, I'm gonna take this. Oh, I didn't use powder on the eyelids. So I'm just gonna pat out the concealer. I'm not gonna worry about setting it because I'm not going anywhere today. If I were doing this look for, you know, something where I wanted to have it last all day long, I would definitely take the time to set the eyelids, but not today. I'm just gonna apply this all over kind of as a base. And then I wanna dip into this shade called Limon Squeezy. How cute is that? It's like an orange, a yellowy orange. I thought that might look pretty all over the eyelid. Yeah, I switched brushes because I felt like that one had residue on it. It looked clean, but I don't think it was because it kind of made my eyeshadow look a little bit dingier than the actual color. So I switched to a clean brush and it's much better. I just took a little bit of Fly Girl on my finger and I applied it to the eyelid. So I'm doing that on the other eye. I'm taking a smaller brush and dipping into Limon Squeezy, which was that kind of macaroni and cheese shade. And I'm running that across the entire lower lash line, blending that out with the other brush. Then I'm taking that same brush, but this time I sprayed it with setting spray so that it's wet and it picks up the shimmer so much better. And I'm running that across the lower lash line as well. And then I'm just dusting off that same brush and I'm gonna dip into the shade called Touring, which is the lightest shimmer shade in the palette. And I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corners. That is such a pretty inner corner highlight. Oh my goodness. And I'm actually going to highlight the inner crease right here, which is called the Scoopity Boopity. I know I've been doing a little more inner crease highlighting again recently, and there have been comments reminding me to refer to it as it's called here on my channel, which is the Scoopity Boopity. So that's what we're doing. I thought that the ColourPop BFF mascara in the shade Brownie Points, which is a brown mascara, would look especially pretty with this look. So I'm gonna apply this to the top and bottom lashes and then we'll move on to lips. I actually have some really exciting products to try out for lips. So let me just apply the mascara. Okay, so mascara is on. I'm gonna wipe off a lip balm and any foundation on the lips. I'm so excited about this. I've been hearing so many people that I follow talk about this lip liner and they're like makeup artists. I love following makeup artists on Instagram and so many people have been talking about this NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Beige. There were like 3 different people that I follow that talked about this same shade in like the same day and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm buying this. I'm gonna go pick it up and try it out. So here we go. This is the NYX Slim Lip Liner in the shade Nude Beige. I'm already a fan of this formula and quite a few different shades in this, but I had not yet tried Nude Beige. Ooh, such a nice, like, soft definition for the lips. That's really pretty. Usually I go for shades that are like a little bit deeper than this, but I think there's something about this shade that looks very, very natural. It almost provides like a slight shadow to the outsides of the lips, so it makes them look defined, but it doesn't completely alter my lip color, but it does. Sometimes it's hard to explain these things. Just look at it and you'll understand what I'm trying to say here. It looks good. The end. Okay. Ooh, okay, these products. This is another thing that I just picked up. Nobody told me to get these, but I'm obsessed with the Milani Keep It Full Lip Plumper glosses. I think they're the best drugstore glosses. Well, that and the Essence one, let's be honest. But they recently launched the Keep It Full Max Plumping Liquid Lacquer. I picked up 2. I'm not gonna wear both today. Maybe I'll try the lighter one. This is the shade 110 Little Secret. I don't know. I think this is supposed to be a little bit more plumping than the original. The original one is slightly tingly, so maybe this is like super tingly. We'll find out. Ooh, look at that color, folks. With that lip liner. Come on now. Ooh, okay. I'm waiting for the tingle. I haven't felt anything yet, but never say never. I love this color. And with that lip liner, oh, so pretty. Oh, we're feeling tingle, but it's not too intense yet, but I'm definitely feeling something. We'll assess the situation and I will let you know if I keep feeling, oh, yeah, it's more tingly than the original for sure. I don't know how tingly this is supposed to get. I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's assess the situation, my friends. A little more bronzer, never hurt anybody. So I'm gonna add a little bit more to the forehead as always. I'm just kind of like tissuing off the center of the lips. I felt like I may have applied a little too much in the center and it was kind of getting gloopy on the sides, but that seemed to solve it. Okay, we need a little more blush. I feel like after applying eyeshadow and everything, sometimes a little more blush balances things out. So I'm just taking a bit more of that Burt's Bees cream blush, which is actually so nice. And I'm kind of stamping it on top of the highlight because I like when my blush and highlight kind of mix right here. I just think it looks so pretty and natural. Okay, I'm definitely noticing a lot more tingling. It's not unbearable, but it's a significant, like, obvious plumping gloss. If you're familiar with plumping glosses. I personally really like the feeling of a plumping gloss, so this isn't completely foreign to me, but It's definitely more plumping feeling than the original version. I think I like where everything is. Goodness gracious, I like my brows. What a day. I'm so happy about drugstore makeup. I am going to be trying out the Milani Peach Make It Last Peach Scented Setting Spray. So I'm assuming this is just the Make It Last Illuminate. This is the Illuminate version setting spray and a peach scent. I could be wrong. It could be completely new, but I'm pretty sure they have an illuminating setting spray. So I think this is just the peach scent. All right, I made sure to spray that away from my face first. It smells good. Smells nice. It's actually not as strong of a scent as the primer was, in my opinion. Well, maybe they're about the same. You definitely smell the peach, which it smells really good. But again, I am always so torn about fragrances because I love the experience of a fragrance in a product. But again, it's like, is it worth a potential breakout? And to that, I don't know. I think that made the skin look really pretty though. Last but not least, let's set the brows with the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. By the way, speaking of brow gel, that's one of the brow gels that I'm gonna be trying in part 2 of this video. There's a new NYX brow gel that everybody was telling me to get and it was sold out. It's called the Brow Glue or something like that, so stay tuned for that. I'll be trying that sooner than later. For now, we've got the NYX Control Freak. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set the brows with this. Okay, my lips are still feeling tingly, so this is a lot more of a significant plumping feeling than the originals. It definitely lingers on the lips way longer. I don't know when this is gonna wear off. Did it make my lips bigger? I don't know, I can't tell. I love the color of this though. Well, how fun was this? I just was reminded again. I love the drugstore so very much and it was really fun to try out some new things. I think I found some incredible products thanks to you guys. The brow pen looks amazing. I really liked the blush as well. The primer I think looks really pretty. I'm not going to be doing a wear test today. I liked the effect that it gave though, but again, it's the fragrance that puts me on the fence. So I will keep you guys posted on whether or not I feel like that broke me out or not, but I think it made the skin look beautiful. There's something about this luminosity that I have going on today. I mean, obviously I didn't use as much powder as normal because I wasn't doing a wear test. So like I wanted to try a little bit of a fresher technique because I don't need it to last for hours and hours, but I think it looks really nice on the skin. The blush was so pretty. I actually am excited to keep using this. I liked the fact that it was a little bit softer of a color. So if you're like me and you just want a little bit of color, if you're more on the fair side, I think this specific shade would be really nice on you. Again, they have other shades as well, but I liked how soft it was because the e.l.f. putty blushes, for example, so gorgeous, but so pigmented you can kind of go overboard easily. This, I feel like it just melts into your skin. It looks so nice. Wow, my lips are definitely on fire. Yep, the longer you wear it, the more plumping it is. I'm sorry I keep mentioning it. It's just like distracting at this point. Still love the color though. All right, what else did I try? Oh, the under eye brightener. So I thought this was nice. I did think that it helped brighten up my under eyes. I am still curious to see how it compares to the one that I ordered. So stay tuned for that, but I think it was nice. I don't know if I was like obsessed with it. Everyone's obsessed with the other one. So I'm just gonna kind of wait till I try that one out to tell you which one I like better because I don't think you need 2 Milani under eye correctors. So yeah, stay tuned for my opinion on the other one in that upcoming video. What else did I try? The brow thing, I already said. Love it. It's so nice. Loved how precise it was. I love that it wasn't too skippy or heavy because the one that I normally use is the Glossier one, and I feel like that one took a lot of practice because it can get a little bit dense. Like it's a little bit of a thicker formula, where this one is super thin, but it's not so thin to where it has like a red undertone or doesn't show up as a hair kind of a look, and I really enjoyed everything about this. So thank you to the person who told me to buy this. I'm already in love with the lip combo. It looks so pretty and super natural. Again, they're not lying when they say this is a plumping gloss. It definitely feels super plumping on the lips, more than the Buxom lip glosses, almost as much as the Too Faced lip injections. Not quite that intense. It's kind of in the middle for me. Really love the color on this though, and I'm excited to try out the other shade that I picked up. The other shade I picked up was 120 First Kiss, and it just looks really pretty. I think this would be nice all over the lips with even more of a simple eye for springtime. Everything else I used, I really liked. I'm glad I actually retried the L'Oreal Age Perfect skin thing, and I already knew that I really liked the Neutrogena concealer, but this whole look is a vibe for me. I really, really like it. I think it's perfect for spring. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, stay tuned for part 2 of this style of video where I'll be trying some new drugstore makeup. And those products are a little bit more of like the viral TikTok famous products, and that's why I have to buy them because they're all sold out. But I was really happy to be able to try out some new drugstore stuff today. I honestly, it's my favorite thing in the world to use drugstore makeup. There's something special about finding really good drugstore makeup because knowing that it's not gonna break the bank and then falling in love with it the same way you do a high-end product, I mean, there's nothing better than that feeling. So I definitely feel like I found some incredible things today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you wanna be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have an incredible day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.